Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we got a commentator here. I'm Nielsen-Alex92. We have a standard seed between Houston Baba, the Missing Bow, and less French Canadians with a AsclepiosRod. And it looks like we have a hammer and a sword. So standard seed, as it looks like. The usual stuff here. We're gonna save Zelda from the castle and see where it goes. So let's see, we all have bombs, so we should be good to go here to see what items we have. And we'll see. There's a piece of there's a heart container at least, and that's all I could see at least. Alright, so we are out of escape at least, so that's always nice. We'll see we're in the sanctuary. So let's see. We have cash in Sanctuary, so it looks like 20 rupees in Sanctuary at least. I do apologize for the slideshow as it looks like right now. We're trying to fix this. We do have flippers. I can confirm we have flippers in the Lost Woods hideout. It's the thieves' hideout in the Lost Woods. So we have flippers. Okay, so let's see. We have to do it like this right now. We have a lot of rupees coming out from Lost Woods and going into Kakariko. Looks like it's more stable now, so it's a lot better for everybody now. We got a nice sync from our runners going down to Kakariko Well. There's the 10 arrows. Let's see what we have in this chest. 20 rupees. 3 bombs, a piece of heart, and 20 rupees. Let's see what the chicken hat has for us. ₹50 from the chicken hut. Let's see what the tavern got for us as well. 3 bombs. Pretty synced up between Houston Baba and Asclepios. Very rare that you can see a sync up between 2 runners like this. Let's see, library got a piece of heart, so we will not go back for that when we find boots, if we even find boots. The race game got a unique item, we got a single arrow. So let's see. Houston Baba is going to use those flippers to check out Hobo. And Asclepios is going to get down to South Shore. Let's see what Hobo got. Hobo got 10 arrows for us today. And the chest in the dam got a piece of heart. So I'm going to assume that Houston Baba is going to go and check out Sora, since he has the money for Sora and can check out Waterfall Ferry. Let's see what Sunken Treasure is for us. We got another piece of heart. Waterfall Fairy got 20 rupees and 300 rupees. This is quite a monopoly seed right now. Okay, so we got Mini Molder Cave coming up on Asclepios' side. We got a single rupee on the Sora Ledge. Mini Molder Cave got 3 bombs, Piece of Heart. We got a glove, Piece of Heart, and Ether Medallion. And the biggest scammer in the game, pay you 500 rupees and you get 20 rupees from us. So we're getting a lot of rupees at least. So yeah. Asclepios is going to go and check out AsclepiosRod Cave. And Bob is going to do the same thing, but he's going to swim the whole way over. And AsclepiosRod Cave got 20 rupees. Even more big 20s. So Asclepios is going to do the same thing that Bob just did. He's going to swim up Sora and check Hobo. On Lake Hylia Island we have a Piece of Heart as well, so nothing we will go and check out. Bob is going to go down South Shore, so let's see if he check out the dam and Mini Molder Cave as well. It looks like he's going straight for Mini Molder Cave. So let's see. Asclepios is going up to Sora and Waterfall Fairy, and Bob picks up his Ether and Glove. So let's see where he's going to go now, since he's already checked out. So it's going to probably be the dam, maybe even a Gina check. So Asclepios is going to get his life lessons with getting 20 bucks from paying 500. I'm joined by Fear Agent. How are you doing today?
Hey buddy, how's it going? So, catch me up. What have I missed?
So Hughes and Bob is going to go for the Agina play. There's a bottle on the desert ledge.
Alright, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Alright, perfect. So fill me in. And what have I missed with the standard seed? It looks like we got either a hammer or a sword start.
Yeah, and we got a hammer and then we got sword. And now we got the moon pearl in Agina's cave. So we have Dark World access now.
That's kind of a mean spot for the moon pearl there.
Not many people usually check out Agina's cave.
Yeah, it's not something you usually route in right away, but it looks like for Houston Baba, it's going to work out pretty well for him. So we got 2 5-6 crystals in the light world, and I just missed the dark world map check.
Yeah, I missed that as well. We have Asclepios inside Eastern Palace gets Quake in the first chest. Hype Cave got Alampros.
That's not the worst. The mirror, that's hype.
And Silver Arrows.
Wow, that's actually probably the most hype cave I've seen in the entire league. Honestly, that was hype.
It started out pretty well, and it's ended up with a mirror and the Silver Arrows, so you cannot really complain.
Yeah, don't see that often, so that's good. All right,
So
just trying to catch up here. We've got flippers, we've got a glove, we've got obviously they did the escape sequence since this is standard. And it looks like our tracker got the pendants. We've got a pendant at Swamp Palace, a pendant at Thieves Town, which is green, and Misery Mire as our other pendant.
It looks like it's our tracker. Oh, there's the flute in K45.
Wow, this is actually some early hype.
That mirror in Hype Cave is going to make this routing very easy for Hughes and Baba. You can do digging game and then just mirror out, activate the flute, and do whatever he wants to, pretty much.
Yeah, that's really fortunate routing for him. Has any of our runners checked Mini Molarm Cave?
Yeah, Mini Molarm Cave had the mitts, the gloves, and also Ether Medallion.
Oh, okay.
Stars not. Well, the glove is always important. We don't know if Ether is required or not, so I guess that's good to find as well.
Yeah, we will need to get into Turtle Rock, so. And it looked like Eastern didn't really have anything besides that Quake pendant or Quake medallion.
No, it was just Quake, but we don't know if we need it or not, so it could be important.
Oh,
is activating that flute.
and apparently there was a boots hint in the Eastern Palace as well. I missed that.
I don't. Boots in Turtle Rock.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Wow, sick kid. What's the sick kid doing with that fire rod? That's what I want to know.
I think Asclepios found that bottle inside Eastern Palace or in Sarashala's closet.
Alright, so that's pretty important. That means Skull Woods is actually fully completable between our two runners here.
Yes, it is. Okay, so Houston Baba is up on the mountain, taking care of the old man. It's a hard container.
Yeah, I like this routing. Got the flute. Go up here. You can actually clear all of the Light Death Mountain, including Hera.
Yeah, this is really good. That flute was really in a nice spot. And that mirror as well.
Alright, so for A-Rod, he's actually going to get his Moon Pearl here, so this will be good for him. Hopefully he makes the same call to hit Hype Cave first and get his mirror. Silver arrows.
Ten arrows and a joke hint inside of Spectacle Rock. Nice bomb jump from Houston Baba.
Alright, so for A-Rod, it's I'm never going to be able to say his name correctly, so I am just going to keep calling him A-Rod, by the way. He is going to get Hype Cave, so he will be getting his mirror and his silver arrows as well.
Yeah, I don't really know how to pronounce it, but I've tried at least.
Yeah. It was a valiant effort. Way better, way closer than I would have. I'll tell you that.
That's another joke hint inside of Tower of Farah.
And we are fire locked. Fortunately for Houston Baba, they did get that lamp in Hype Cave, and for A-Rod, he's got the fire rod and the lamp, so no problems there.
So A-Rod with that mirror now might end up going to Skull Woods after activating his flute. While Houston is making a coffee break.
Yeah, I imagine we're going to see some pretty similar routing. The only difference, again, A-Rod went into Eastern Palace. So curious, he does have that fire rod. I wonder if that takes him to Skull Woods at all. I mean, it's not, I don't know if you really want to do Skull Woods at 6 hearts green mail, but it's there.
Yeah, it's one of those dungeons you don't really want to do with low health. At least Mathula. It's never fun. So Houston Baba is climbing Tower of Farah. Found his monkey and the big key in the basement. 5 rupees in the other chest, so there's a map and a compass as well. And a piece of heart. Some cash, and cash requires a big bomb, so no pyramid fair today.
Yeah, that's good. But we could do the hammer Moldorm fight. I actually prefer to fight Moldorm with a hammer as opposed to the Master Sword, or obviously the Fighter Sword.
The hammer is better one way because the tempered sword damage it gives you, but could be a tricky fight. But it looks like Houston Baba takes care of this really easy.
Yeah, nice clean Moldorm fight there.
So Houston Baba is our first runner with a crystal.
All right, looks like A-Rod's actually just going to follow suit, head up to the mountain. I imagine making the same checks. It makes sense. You have a lot of checks here with Paradox Cave, Spiral Cave, Hera as well.
Yeah.
Just
And
real efficient routing.
as you said, you don't really want to do that play on Skullwoods with that amount of hearts.
Yeah.
So Yusumbawa is going to start off with Spiral Cave.
Yeah. The always fun Spiral Cave with no boots.
Yeah, with those boots in Turtle Rock, it's going to take some... Will take some time before we end up getting those boots.
It's funny. It's nice knowing where the boots are, but it you know, it really stinks knowing that they're in Turtle Rock. That's,
Oh yeah.
You know, that's not coming anytime soon here.
So Spiral Cave had just a heart container for us today. So let's see what the Paradox Cave got for us.
Alright, not much in the first two chests of Paradox for here. But 5 chests. With as hype as Hype Cave was, I'm not expecting much. Blue Mail, that's not bad. Cane of Samaria, that's nice.
That's an important item since it's required for the seed.
Yeah, that was a decent. You know, Cane of Samaria doesn't really give us access to anything right now, but it is a really important item.
It's at least one more item you don't need to go and think about where could this item be. So Houston Baba is going to go back to Village of Outcasts and maybe you dip into a Pendant Thief's Town.
Yeah, it's always a questionable feeling. Do you want to clear out Pendant Thief's Town? It is the green pendant, so you do have the 4 items and then the item from the green pendant.
This early on, and since Houston Baba doesn't have the fire rod knowledge, he might. It seems like a good play, at least. And Houston Baba is going into Skullwoods first.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, he doesn't have the fire rod yet, but you know, Skullwoods is a pretty quick check, at least for the front rooms.
It's going to pretty much be able to maybe go mode Skullwoods later on when he finds that fire rod. Well, at least he won't need to check the items in the front half. So Sankheart and Smonkey.
Yeah, nice finding that small key there. I imagine he goes back and checks the first check in the back, especially with that Cane of Samaria makes that check really quick.
Yeah, it's so much easier to do that with the Cane of Samaria.
Alright, see if we get our second item here. Not our second item, but another check.
That is a little bit annoying when you find the big key back there.
I'm choosing not to check the big chest.
Interesting. Or he's going back.
Yeah, never mind.
Well, a piece of heart.
Well, there you go. So the fire rod doesn't unlock anything other than the crystal. That's good to know. Meanwhile, A-Rod gets his first crystal, taking down Moldorm there. Head over, imagine, and grab his Cane of Samaria in blue shirt.
I think it's time for Houston to maybe do that. Play on Thieves Town, depending on what he finds in the rest of Village of Outcast. The C-shaped house doesn't give you anything more than a piece of heart.
Yeah, I'm wondering what our next progression item is going to be. Possibly the mitts.
Mitts, or maybe a bow in this case.
Oh, right.
The brewery got a heart container, so you're getting a lot of hearts now.
Yeah, it went from 0 to 60 real fast there. And we have all 3 medallions.
So that potential medallion problem will not be a problem this seed.
Yeah. So Houston Baba entering Thieves Town. I wonder if he finds, like, say 2 items here in the front, does he keep going?
I mean, this early on, I think you might clear out the whole dungeon. It's a green pendant after all.
Alright, so just dungeon items in the first 2 checks, I believe.
This is one of those dungeons. If you don't go in here when it's a pendant dungeon, there will be an item and you will last location it.
100%.
That's a blue rupee at least in Thieves Town, but we have I think we got compass and big key, right?
Yeah, I saw the compass, I saw the big key, we got that 5 rupees. I missed the first one.
Oh, it's the map as well, so we got all the dungeon items.
Oh, great.
I think A-Rod is going to do that. Fire Rod play in Skullwoods now.
Yeah, that makes sense. I wonder if he just heads straight to the back with that fire rod.
I would probably do it. Just go straight back to Mathila and finish that off, and then clear out rest of Skullwoods. Let's see. Hint tile here in Thieves Town.
Well, there you go. That takes away one of the items here in Thieves Town.
I don't think he will be turning that one in.
Right.
Or he might do it just because he's going to go into Sarashala's class later on. Who knows? Well, that's an important item in Thieves Town. French vanilla Titan's.
Yeah, I called it, right? That was the next item we were going to find.
Yeah, you sure did.
You know, with Cane of Samaria, Fire Rod, Mitts, Hammer, we can actually, and all the medallions, we can actually get into Turtle Rock.
Get into Turtle Rock and get those boots. I just get the feeling that nobody will do it right now this early on.
Yeah. I mean, Where's the ice rod is the big question, right?
Yeah. I mean, it could be on Laser Ridge. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, literally could be anywhere, so...
So A-Rod went into Delchef Outcast, cleared that out, and it's going in Skullwoods now.
Yeah.
I saw that bottle he has, I got a fairy as well, so that's a good safety to have on Mothla.
Yeah, that'll make it a little less worrisome when you face Mothula here. So the Thieves Town dip is required to go get those mitts. We'll see if Blind gives us anything here.
That would be insane if Blind gives us another, like, a huge item.
The ice rod. Basically,
I mean, if you get the ice rod here, that's...
Yeah, it basically says, please go to Turtle Rock right now.
That's the Master Sword, at least.
Yeah,
get
that's...
a better sword.
Yeah, that's actually nice.
We do need Master Sword, at least, to kill Ganon.
That was a kind pendant Thieves Town. You know, you hate just wasting time in a pendant Thieves Town when there's nothing there. So getting a sword upgrade, getting those mitts, that feels good.
Yeah, definitely. I think Houston's going to be really happy with that play.
Yeah,
so Marished and Meyer medallion.
Yeah, I mean we have the ability to clear Meyer.
That was Quake on Meyer.
Okay, I believe that was in Eastern Palace.
Yeah, so Houston will pick it up sooner or later. Well, we cannot go into Mystery Mire since we don't have boots or hookshot.
Oh, that's right.
So let's see, Houston's going to check out Desert Palace. But here's the important thing, at least for Houston. He's going to pick up his first bottle so he can turn that in and get his fire rod.
Yeah, that's good. And mitts were in Thieves Town.
So let's see, will Desert Palace be boot slide or not?
I imagine they will be.
Wink, 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 yep.
Armor is in Paradox Cave. Very helpful.
So those boots will be required. There's another bottle inside of Desert Palace, and A-Rod takes down Mothula with his hammer.
Yeah, it was a nice moth fight there. And the seed is begging Houston Baba to go turn in that bottle.
Houston Baba will most likely do that after a checkerboard cave.
Yeah, Flute makes that nice and manageable and quick.
Yeah, checkerboard cave was just 20 rupees.
So A-Rod actually with our first ever runners with 2 crystals. But Missing Bow Houston Baba does have the mitts and that Master Sword.
I like this play for Houston, by the way. He's going into Ice Palace.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have the Fire Rod, does have the Bombos. I imagine this is where he's looking for the Fire Rod.
It's a bold play, but I like it.
Yeah, you got 3 hints. It is a crystal.
Thank you, game, by the way. The lamp requires a bomb.
Yeah, this is bold. I like it. All right, A-Rod about to pick up his Sank heart there. Fill up his other 2 hearts. And
Yeah, Skull, which was pretty empty with items.
I imagine A-Rod hits Thieves Down next, right?
Yeah, most likely Thieves Down, then maybe... I mean, yeah, maybe he goes up first to Rock.
Yeah, I mean, Baba doesn't have that hint about the boots being in Turtle Rock, so it makes sense why he wouldn't make his way there. Ooh, but that is a nice hint for him.
Yeah, that is the hint he needs. Pretty cool to see that Houston is doing Ice Palace before even turning in that bottle to a kid. A-Rod is going to give us our first Graveyard Ledge check.
This is one of those checks that I just never really want to do.
Nah, it really never pays out to do a checking Checkerboard Cave, it feels like.
That passes on the baby shield.
I think I would probably do the same thing, to be honest.
So, it looks like Ice Palace is not hookshot locked.
It looks pretty nice right now. There's red mail in Ice Palace.
Just to make Cold Stare a little bit easier.
Looks like A-Rod is going to give us our catfish check.
I believe that's the second item out of Ice Palace.
Yeah. Pretty sure it's something like that. Ooh, I like
nice
that clip.
Yeah, nice spin clip.
Hard container from catfish, and we're not finding that many items in
Yeah.
Ice Palace right now.
So we've got Ice Tea Room and then Cold Stare.
I guess the nice thing for Houston is that he will have this crystal already.
Yeah.
So there's an item on Cold Stare, right?
That's correct.
See if this gamble paid off really well for Houston. Okay, so pyramid check from A-Rod. 10 arrows. So I guess A-Rod is going to go and check, maybe do the bottle glitch inside of pod now.
Yeah, that would make sense.
And we don't have really many places to go right now. Well, at least not for A-Rod right now, since we haven't been into Thieves Town.
Yeah, making the skip of these towns is going to cost them a bit.
Cold Stir is down. Good fight from Houston. Gets a piece of heart. So nothing inside of Ice Palace.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. It looks like Pod's not bow locked either.
Well, that is good. It's not bow locked. So I'm going to assume that Houston's going to go and check out Sick Kid now.
Yeah, especially with that hint. And he's going to realize, oh man, I could have made it just a little bit easier through Ice Palace now.
So I guess next check for Houston is going to be Skullwoods.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to do Skullwoods, actually. I mean, he's already got the 2 items. You go and get the crystal, I guess.
Oh, that's true.
But he's going to prove me wrong.
Like,
he's just going to go get that crystal. Yeah.
I guess it's better to just clear out it and get the crystal already.
Yeah, just get it done. A unique item.
Under the Haunted Ground? Is it that King's Tomb? Or did I leave? Oh, well, no.
The Haunted Grove.
Haunted
That's,
Grove. Yeah. K45.
K45, right? Have we seen that?
Yeah, that's the flute.
Oh, okay.
I was way off. Holy. Okay, so A-Rod is going to go back to the backside of Pod right now. Let's see if there's any good items here.
Yeah, we're still hunting on the hunt for the bow.
Yeah, we need bow and we need Ice Rod right now.
Well, there's the book. It doesn't give us desert access, but it does give us the tablets.
I feel since that update on the V30 with tablets, feels like there's more items on tablets now than earlier.
Yeah, I agree with you. He's having a little bit of trouble there, but is able to take Moth down.
And with that red mail he had, made it a little bit easier as well. Ooh, there's the mushroom.
Mushroom.
So, mushroom and book inside of pod. Yeah.
Let's go fetching.
I mean, the nice thing is that you at least got the flute so you can check that mushroom really fast.
I'm real curious as to where Houston Bobbit heads now.
Well, that's going to be the interesting part because cleared out Ice Palace, Thieves Town is done. Well, he might do the Smith chain.
Yeah, that makes sense. A-Rod really needing to make his way to Thieves Town.
And that gamble Houston did going into Thieves Town is paying off really nice for him. Bumberledge had only, what was that, a heart container?
Yeah, just another heart container. Let's see if he picks up his baby shield here.
Looks like A-Rod is going back to Village of Outcast. Might go into Thieves Town after all.
Yeah, this would be good for him. He needs to make his way to Thieves Town and get those mitts.
Looks like Hughes Mob is going to do the same thing as A-Rod did for a while
Yeah.
ago, going to go and check Catfish and all those locations.
Yeah, I imagine makes the play for Pod as well. So this is good for A-Rod. Go into Thieves Town, get your mitts. Hopefully he goes all the way to Blind and gets his Master Sword. I imagine he will. And then he can, I would imagine with that boots hint, make his way to Turtle Rock.
Yeah.
Especially since he has all three medallions, he knows he can actually get in there.
Yeah, we know that Ice Pal's got nothing. We can't clear out Pod or Desert or Eastern either. So.
Yeah, and he actually has been to both Pod and Eastern and Desert, so Ice Palace might make sense for him. But hopefully he makes his way towards Turtle Rock, because it feels like that's where our next progression is gonna be. The seed could be evil as well and put it in Swamp Palace.
Oh yeah, that would be fun. It's probably going to be something like, I don't know, Bow on Laser Bridge. That would be a double pip, and maybe Ice Rod in Swamp Palace.
You know what could be tricky is, since Ice Palace isn't hookshot locked and Swamp is a pendant, is where do we find that hookshot? Our runners might be in go mode before they get that hookshot.
Yeah, that could actually happen right now. I mean, if you get boots and maybe if you get hookshot in Turtle Rock now, where do you go? Do you go inside? Like, do you go and clear out your dungeons that you can't clear out, or do you go into Swamp Palace?
Yeah, that is a good question.
Okay, looks like maybe Houston is going into Turtle Rock.
Yeah, imagine maybe he checks out Super Bunny Cave first.
Okay, so Houston got lucky here that he got the medallion he needs for opening up Turtle Rock.
Yeah, you hate having to go into Turtle Rock without that ice rod, but I like the play.
So last bottle is inside Swamp Palace Big Chest. Did I read that correct?
Yep.
That's nice.
So hopefully he goes back in.
He might just check out these two chests and then go in.
All right.
Or not.
Okay, so he is leaving. A-Rod did go to Thieves Town, got his mitts, and left. So no Master Sword for him.
But he is going to do a new thing for us. Going to do the Smith Chain and Hammer Pegs. So if A-Rod finds something here, that could be huge for him.
Yeah, hopefully for Houston Baba. If you're rooting for Houston Baba and missing Bo, you know, skipping out on TR when you had the opportunity to go in and dip it, is going to work out for him. That's what you're hoping for. There's nothing in the front, or basically anything good in Turtle Rock. We know the boots are there. I guess they could be on Trinex technically.
We get our best boomerang in the game inside of Hammer Pegs, the Bloomerang.
Yeah, I don't think he picked it up though.
And the Smith gives us a piece of heart. Ooh, this is interesting. He's going to do fake powder here, A-Rod.
Nice. Nice little trick there.
Nice trick, but only gives you 10 arrows.
Which would make sense why he hasn't turned that mushroom in as well. He probably had that on his mind.
So, Houston Baba is going to pod. I think I know why A-Rod skipped out on the green pennant. That hint tile is inside Thieves Town and it's just a hard container, so you might skip out because of that.
Yeah. I feel like we're running out of we're not running out of locations here. I think we've got Turtle Rock. We've got a couple chests in Swamp we can check. We can't get into Mire.
I mean, I would probably go into Rock by now.
Yeah, unfortunately for Baba, he was up there, but he's going to make the pod Eastern checks. And that mushroom, not giving us anything.
I mean, the only great thing you will find here is probably the book, that he can read the tablets.
Oh, that's right.
But, is A-Rod doing the play? That's the biggest question right now.
I mean, he does have that hint.
And he do have a book, so you can check the ether tablet as well. But he doesn't have any magic.
Yeah, he can go into Super Bunny Cave and get that full refill there.
Okay, let's see what ether tablet got. Yeah.
Just 300 rupees.
At this point, I don't think we need more rupees.
Yeah. I missed it because they got flippers early. Did they check Zora pretty early?
Yeah, I think both runners did. I'm 100% sure that Houston did. And it was just a life lesson, 20 rupees.
Oh, great.
Okay, so A-Rod is going to go and open up this Turtle Rock. And Houston is going to do the potion glitch. And A-Rod just realized he had no magic.
Yeah, so he's gonna have to go get that. Luckily, they have the mirror. It makes this pretty easy. Just go get the refill in Super Bunny Cave and the 2 items, and then mirror back and open up Turtle Rock.
So yeah, I do believe that Turok will be the play to find any more progression.
Yeah. You know, which might just be the boots that unlock King's Tomb and Bonk Rocks. You know, did anybody check Lumberjack Ledge, by the way?
No. I don't think so.
Right. We also have Desert open with the boots as well, so I imagine we'll find the boots before we get to Trinex here.
Because A-Rod is opening up, so I'm pretty sure A-Rod will go into Turtle Rock since he went back. And
yeah,
he's going to open up. So
well, I mean, he's got the boots hint, and I mean, he's been, I believe, pretty much everywhere else.
Yeah, he's going in. So this is a huge play from A-Rod. Because this is probably the play you need to do for this seed.
Yep.
Even if it's like you need to do a double dip of TR.
Right. That's unfortunate for Houston Baba because they were up there, they were up here and, you know, left.
Yeah. He's going to get his quick medallion that's completely unnecessary. Well, we need a quick if Myra is
right
required.
Hopefully for these hopefully they don't need Quake for the runner's sake.
Oh god. Yeah, we don't want to see Quake. Like, we don't want to go into Myra by now. And since they didn't have the hook shot for Turok, they had to do it the slow way. With those okay.
Well, there you go. So there's the Ice Rod. Just sitting in Turtle Rock as always. I'm gonna call that vanilla.
I mean, it's vanilla randomizer, so
right. It's not, you know, the vanilla in the main game, but it's pretty vanilla in randomizer.
So both Ice Rod and Boots is in here.
Let's just find the hook shot and bow as well and call it good.
It's gonna be like something like hook shot in Mimic Cave. There's a big key as well.
Yeah, if we were go moding TR, that'd be nice, but gotta make all these checks.
At least you don't need to do double dip of Turtle Rock this time.
Right.
There's Houston's Boots hint about Turtle Rock.
He's probably kicking himself a bit there, knowing that he went into Turtle Rock and left.
Yeah, this is going to be... He's not going to be happy with this play. So let's see what Turtle Rock gives more than just Boots and Ice Rod. The biggest question is, where is that? Where is the Boots?
Yeah, I hope they've practiced their non-boots laser bridge skips.
Yeah, that laser bridge without boots is going to be very brutal. No cape and no Kane O'Brien is going to make it a little bit harder than...
Yeah.
Houston's going to set up that fake powder as well.
So he'll get cursed with his 10 arrows.
Where A-Rod's going to give us that Mimic Cave, so let's see, is there a hook shot in here?
Nope. There is a unique item, though.
Well, A-Rod said no to that blue boomerang, but he got a boomerang after all.
Can't say no to that one.
Well, there's kind of burn now, so...
Alright, so that logically puts the laser bridge into play.
Turtle got everything right now. There's unique items after unique item.
Yeah, and again, Houston Baba could have had such a lead because he made all those early skips of Eastern and Pod and stuff, and was right at the door of Turtle Rock, even went in, but just didn't continue. It's gonna continue to put him behind.
Who knows, when A-Rod is done with TR, you might go and check Spike Cave.
Right? And so Houston Baba just losing all the time that he had gained by skipping a lot of these checks, not doing the Smith chain. Now going back to do the Smith chain, it's going to just put him a little bit more behind.
He had a kind of a huge lead for a while there with the Titan Smiths in Thieves Town, but that play to not go into Turtle Rock is going to hurt him now. A-Rod is taking out the safety door.
Yeah, he'd hate to die here.
Trying to do this without the cane. Well, okay, he's going for it. There's a compass. There's the boots.
Alright, let's go fast.
And with those boots makes the laser bridge much... Well, okay, there's a death.
Yeah, I believe he's got a fairy, though.
So this is opening up more places for A-Rod right now. King's Tomb and Bunkrox as well, and Desert Palace. And 50 rupees as well.
Alright, I think that was the last item.
Should be.
Nope, one more item.
I mean, if this is a bow on Trinex, I don't know anymore.
I mean, if it is, that puts our runners in a tough spot because how many... You're in Gomo, technically, but you need that hook shot to complete Ganon's Tower. Unless you know how to hover.
Yeah. And if you take that gamble and you don't know how to do it, yeah. That could be what kills the run for you. And yeah, A-Rod is on Fire Sword, so he needs to do this with the hammer strats.
Yeah, I mean, even if he had Master Sword, he'd still probably do hammer strats anyways. But he does need another sword to defeat Ganon, so he will be opening up more chests regardless if he finds the bow here or not.
Yeah. Or maybe he gets lucky and there's a sword here on... Needs to be careful here. unless he got a potion of magic. Okay, he got. Oof, that's good. The Bombus medallion, Bombus tablet only had 20 rupees as well, so nothing there.
Does have to be careful.
Okay.
Alright.
Should be good now, I think.
Yeah, as long as you can dodge the main head. He is playing a little bit safe.
Yeah, I cannot blame him for doing this, and I think Husenbaum might be heading up to Turtle Rock.
Yeah, picking up a couple potions along the way, make sure you don't run into any of these situations here.
Hey, Rod, take it easy. I don't like this pattern. Okay.
Alright. he makes it through. Holding my breath there a bit.
Okay, only 10 hours until our next.
Okay, so Boots, what does that open up? We got King's Tomb, we've got Bonk Rocks, we've got Desert, and you know what else we've got? Misery Mire.
Oh yeah, that's true. I do, well...
I mean, we don't have the hookshot yet, but, you know, Bo could be on the pedestal as well.
Oh yeah, that's true, because our pedestal, well, or... Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Alright, unfortunately for A-Rod as well, he skipped the first Bonk Rock check in, or the Bonk check in Hookshot Cave.
Yeah, and he goes straight for the Spike Cave check.
Yeah, it makes sense to do the Spike Cave check, but, you know, that check is real quick.
I mean, there could have been a bow or a hook
Or
shot.
a hook shot, right.
Okay, so Spike Cave is... Don't do Spike Cave. Well, if you don't have any bombs, do Spike Cave. Okay, so A-Rod is going straight for King's Doom and then probably Bonk Rocks.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm still curious about that Lumberjack ledge as well.
Yeah, I think that could have been checked. Well, okay, there's Cape in... Well, that's vanilla, right?
Is it? I'm not sure.
I think that's vanilla. I think we might have checked the Lumberjack, but that was in the beginning, and we couldn't really check.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Bonk Rocks, what do you got?
Magic powder, which both runners have already fake powdered, so that's pretty funny.
Well, at least there's... Okay, so A-Rod's going to go and check Aga. Well, Lumberjack. So we haven't checked Lumberjack. I mean, if the bow is here, this is going to be very funny.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're safe. 3 bombs.
It's unfortunate. Alright, Houston Baba picking up their ice rod, though. Gotta be kicking himself now, you know, has the boots hint, got the ice rod, was here a long time ago.
Yeah, this is not going to be fun for Houston, but at the same time, he didn't have that hint about the boots. Okay, so A-Rod probably going into Desert, cleaning that out, and then maybe going to Mire?
Yeah, that makes sense. Probably Desert first, yeah.
And A-Rod gets his 3rd bottle. And Goomba in chat right now is really pointing out one thing. He might not do Meyer. He might go to Ice Palace right after this check.
Right. He hasn't done ice.
I
I mean, Bo's going to be somewhere that's not fun. It's either going to be Mire or Swamp.
I mean, I'm going to say it. There's going to be a Bo on Vitreous.
Oh, jeez.
So you need the boots to get the big key, to get the small key.
To get the bow.
Okay.
Well, okay. That puts us in a situation. Again, A-Rod's still looking for another sword. Do need that hook shot. I don't believe either of our runners can hover. I'm not 100% sure, but...
I mean, everybody can try to do it, but it's really hard to do it. But this is going to probably end up with A-Rod maybe doing Ice Palace, maybe doing Eastern and Pod. And does he make the gamble to go into
oh man,
GT?
I think I mean if this is me running it, I go to GT looking for the hook shot and then just start praying, I guess.
I don't know if I would be. I mean, yeah.
I mean, he's gonna full clear. He's gonna full clear Ice Palace for sure, especially because it's not hookshot locked. You know, he'll finish off Eastern and Pod. I don't know if we have any more items there, but then that puts you in either GT or Misery Mire, Swamp Palace, looking for that hookshot. And I feel like you got to go to GT.
Yeah. I mean, he will probably go to GT if he does clear out. Just go for it right now, and just hope for a hookshot. And he's taking the portal now. Okay, he's going to check Checkerboard Cave.
Yeah, this makes sense. I imagine Ice Palace is his next check.
Okay, so we have A-Rod with the bow. Interesting. He's going for Pod and Eastern.
Yeah, this makes sense. You can breeze through here. You've got the boots. Again, I don't know how many items are left. If there is any items left in these two dungeons or not. And you know, if you find the hookshot, then you can literally go mode Ice Palace. But again, he's still looking for that other sword.
Yeah, that's the only advantage Houston got right now. He got another sword. And I mean, I guess because of Houston clearing out Ice Palace already, and pretty much clearing out Pod and Eastern, if he just goes to Desert Palace now, that puts him in a good spot as well.
Yeah. I imagine he'll do the same thing.
Okay, so A-Rod got 2 more chests to check inside of Pod, and it's going to be key and 3 bombs, and then it's going to go straight to Helmasaur. Husubao didn't want to gamble with that last head, so he went with those Master Sword hits.
Alright, nice Troyax fight for Houston Baba there. Gets his 10 arrows, boots in hand.
I wonder if Houston's going to do that check in Hookshot Cave. That would be huge if that is the hookshot.
That's the hook shot? Oh, man. Oh, no, he's got his mirror out.
I think he's going for it. Oh yes, he's going for it. Okay, it's only 20 rupees.
Again, holding my breath. Supposed to be doing commentary here, but trying to figure out what's going to happen.
I mean, if that would be the hook shot, that would put him in a huge lead right now. Unless A-Rod knows how to hover. King Helmasaur is down for A-Rod.
Alright, again, miscounted. Not sure if we have any items here on the bosses.
3 bombs. Did we find all the items in Eastern Battles?
It's a great question.
Still no Master Sword for A-Rod. Now if Houston Bob is going to do the same play, he's going to check Lumberjack Ledge. So none of our runners checked it in the beginning. Okay, so Houston Bob, you need to go to Desert Palace right now. But get your pet hype up, chat. You're going to get a pedestal check.
Alright, Tracker telling us that he thinks all of the Eastern Palace items have been found.
Well, interesting to see that Houston is going for that pet check since there's no item there.
Right. I mean, he doesn't know that the bow... He's still looking for that bow.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the real question is, how trolly is the hookshot going to be today?
Yeah, I mean, it could be a vanilla hookshot in Swamp Palace. Okay, so there's a map on Enormous Knights.
And where is that third sword?
That is a good question. Maybe in a GT.
Does GT hold all the answers?
Yeah, I mean, there might be swords and hookshots. There's a map for A-Rod, so A-Rod only got ice pals left of the Crystal Dungeons. Still missing a hookshot and a sword. And Houston is going to get his bow any second now.
Yeah, already cleared Ice Palace. So we'll be able to clear Eastern and Pod in one go.
As for Houston, this is going to be a little more nicer dungeons to clear out, since Houston already cleared out pretty much. He cleared out everything inside of Pod as well. And A-Rod is going for Pyramid Ferry, which only has cash for us.
He must have skipped that hint. I'm not sure where that was. Maybe Thieves Town?
I don't remember where the hint... yeah, I don't remember. Oh, it was in Ice Palace. You haven't been there.
Oh, okay. I honestly have no idea who is the lead right now.
I mean, if we go by the crystal account, A-Rod is, but since we don't know if anybody of our runners can hover right now, I would say A-Rod because of the crystals. I guess the one that makes the gamble to GT first, the one that's in the is in the lead.
Yeah.
And as Shad is pointing out, Houston does have the advantage of a Master Sword.
Yeah, which I don't think A-Rod is ever going to find. He's not going to find that Master Sword. I mean, the last thing he do will be blind.
Yeah, unless GT got all the answers.
Alright, so A-Rod's going to go full clear Ice Palace here. Meanwhile, Houston Babas needs to just run through Pod and run through Eastern.
And then he has a huge decision to make. Do we go for GT or do we go into a pendant dungeon? And which pendant dungeon do you want to go into?
Right.
Which pendant dungeon would you go into?
I think Swamp. You've got the 4 chests you could check. I mean, I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm debating still. Like, where would I go? Like, Mire, you don't really want to go into Mire. Swamp Palace is Swamp Palace. You can't do much of Swamp Palace, but you can do at least some checks. So it won't take forever to clear it out. Okay, so since A-Rod is going to clear out full clear Ice Palace, Houston Baba only needs to take out King Helmasaur and Armorson. I think he's in the lead. Because this is going to go pretty fast.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy so far. Houston Baba had a huge lead with those myths, and then A-Rod took over, and now Houston Baba seems to be in the lead again.
Yeah, it's really going back and forth.
Okay, so A-Rod is taking care of his Ice Palace. King Helmasaur on Houston Baba's side is down. So, for Houston Baba, he only needs to take out one more dungeon to open up GT. And A-Rod picks up his red mail. Yes, Ravens, I'm pretty sure he cleared out. He cleared out this Rebellis. Okay, so this is going to go pretty quick.
Yeah. Alright, so I guess we should explain, even though we're not technically in Go mode, they are going to be searching for that GT big key, and we do like to play a game here. So when we start the race, I'm not sure exactly who we're going to go off of yet. I guess whoever enters GT first.
Yeah, and I don't know if Houston is actually going for GT.
Well, Houston will be the first one with the 7th crystal. We'll start the game then.
Yeah.
If you are a sub or supporter or who have donated 250 bits to any of the speed gaming channels, you're eligible to be to win a spot on our leaderboard. So as soon as Houston Baba grabs that 7th crystal, we'll start the game. And you can get your guesses in 1 through 22 on where you think that Ganon's Tower big key is. Now, there is a slight difference in this game, as they might not be able to find it right away. So we'll play it by ear.
So, Fear, I think you're the one that's leading that game, right?
I sure am. 6 wins. So go ahead and get your guesses in 1 through 22, and we'll see if we can find that big key here.
Since we don't... Well, I'm going to go with Title Room for Hookshot. Big key, number 5. And I saw that you put in number 11.
Yeah, number 9 and number 11 are my 2 numbers that I like the most, and
I've given you the most wins as well.
That's right. I just keep working those 2 numbers.
What is Houston doing right now? Oh, he's going back to try and get a ferry. That makes sense. Meanwhile, A-Rod is taking care of his cold stir fight. And that also puts A-Rod on 7 crystals.
Okay, so we are going by whoever enters Ganon's Tower first.
And Houston is not feeling comfortable, so he's going to go and check Spike Cave. I mean, I cannot blame Houston for doing this because Hookshot, GT, when there's other place to go, risky.
Oh, for sure. Got a little sync going on here.
Yep, they're doing the exact route. Like, it's crazy how synced they are.
All right. Let's see who makes it into GT first, I guess.
both Houston and A-Rod was exactly the same sync inside of Kakariko in the beginning as well. They did exact same thing at the same time. I do believe Houston is going to be the first one going into GT.
Yeah, he's definitely got the lead now. As far as getting into GT.
So A-Rod is looking for GT Big Key, Hookshot, and another sword. Because he needs another sword. Okay, Houston Baba is the first runner inside GT.
Okay, stop the game. Let's see if we can find that big key right away. And put them in a real predicament. Number 1, we got our first shield. Number 2, we've got a shovel.
Imagine if that shovel leads them to Hookshot.
Alright, so we got a key to go right.
And Houston is doing it.
Is A-Rod just going to do Tower Room first?
Well, this is interesting. Both runners do, well, yeah. Or that, okay, A-Rod did want to do Tower Room.
Alright, just to keep us on our feet, Houston Baba does Tower Room first.
Come on, Hookshot.
Just a key. That is number 4 as well, by the way.
Okay, so A-Rod is going left side.
Ooh,
well,
gets a Master
Sword.
Sword. That's good for him, yeah. Oh, Houston having a little bit of trouble with the lighting the torches there. Taking a lot of damage.
Okay, so this play A-Rod just did. Important, getting that Master Sword.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that before. He pushed the block the wrong way. And Houston Baba out of magic, having trouble there.
Nice bomb jump from A-Rod. Well, there's Biggie.
There we got. Well, okay, so we got the big key. The question is, where's the hook shot? And that was number. Let's see. Was that number 5?
I think it was 5.
All right, winner today, first summer supporter that guessed correctly was Camille Canny 420.
GG's.
Congratulations, you have been added to the leaderboard.
So that ferry Houston Baba formed up. Huge for him.
Yeah, kept him alive for sure.
kinda insane that we're looking for a hookshot inside.
Right. Where is it? It could be the big chest.
Okay, I was holding 3 bombs. A chest you never see in Rando, pretty much.
Right.
Okay, Armor's Knights. Okay, let's see. Is there a hookshot here? 10 arrows, 50 rupees, and a heart container. So, where do you go now?
I don't know. Do you? I mean, technically, it could be upstairs, right?
I think Houston's doing it. It's going up. The worst part is when you make the climb and there's no hookshot.
Right.
If you can't
climb again.
Yeah. And thanks to that shovel we found. Imagine if it's on shovel spot.
Oh, jeez. All right. Does Houston Bob have another? He's got a potion, right?
I don't. Well, he used one potion at Trinex, I think. Oh. Yikes. Okay, he saves and quits. Houston Bob saves and quits.
Oh man. All right. So, where is that hookshot?
Oh, Houston is going for Myra. And A-Rod is going for Cloud Room. So for Houston, he wants that hookshot. Hopefully it's in here somewhere.
So he's making the call of Misery Meyer.
So if the hookshot is not here, where do we go then? Do we go to Swamp Palace?
I guess so.
Yeah, A-Rod is going to go up through GT, so this is going to be huge. If the hookshot is in here in GT, this is A-Rod's match.
Oh, 100%. Yep. I mean, whoever finds the hookshot first is winning this race.
We start off with a small key in Meyer. Next chest number 2 is the map. This he have it all, like this is.
This is pretty unbelievable. I'm really curious to see, if they make it when A-Rod makes the climb. Was that the right call? I mean, I agree that's the right decision to do at the time, and it's really unfortunate that Houston Baba died. But you got to make that climb in case it is there.
He has, what is it, 3 more chests, right? in
Yep.
GT.
Yeah, there's
So
3 more chests up top. Well, there's 4, but he can't get to the 4th one without that hook shot.
there's just a bunch of small keys here in the mire so far. So he needs to go to the firelight place. So I was just thinking, for A-Rod, if he needs to go out, he's going to do land models for a 3rd time later on.
Oh, right. I'm literally at a loss for words right now. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, this is a scenario you never picture yourself sitting here. Well, there's Tempered Sword.
Right. Working out for Houston Baba there. If the hook shot is not in GT.
So we know where all the swords are. One in the Hyrule Castle, one. Let's see if I remember. One on Blind, one GT, and one Mire.
All right, moment of truth for A-Rod here.
This is interesting.
What's it going to be, chat? We have a hook shot.
Map and 20
All
rupees.
right.
Only one more chest.
One more chest.
Oh my god.
All right, so I think Vitreous is the last thing in
Yes, it is.
in Mire here.
And Houston is going for Vitreous. It's just crazy. Is the hook shot in the last chest that we can reach? No.
Oh, it is not.
Oh my god.
Are we going to get some attempts at hovering here?
I think he's going for it.
Here we go.
Yep, he's
No,
using quits.
can't do
Oh
it.
my gosh. What a seed we're having, guys.
I love the attempt. I love it.
That's pretty brave, just trying it, like...
So that death for Houston Baba there actually saved him quite a bit of time. If A-Rod's going to make up any time, needs to go to Swamp Palace. It
He's
looks
doing
like it is. That's where he's going.
Oh, he's going for the shuffle spot first.
Ooh, okay.
I mean, if it's there, A-Rod is in the lead again. No matter what, because this is going to go way faster than cleaning out Vitreous. I think, at least.
Can we dig the hook shot today?
Well,
We cannot.
We know where all the shields are. Okay, so A-Rod. Where do you go? Do you go for... Yeah, I think he's going for...
Alright, he's going Swamp.
Let's see, does Vitreous got a hook shot for us?
Is it Vitreous?
Yes!
It is! We are
It
in
is.
go mode. Unbelievable.
Houston Baba is now in the lead. And
Yeah, it's going to be hard for A-Rod to catch up now.
yeah, because he needs to go to the... Pretty much, if he even goes into Mire right now, he needs to go straight to Vitreous and he's already behind. Because Houston is heading up now to GT again, and he got Tempered Sword as well, so it's going to go fast now. And as you said, Fear, that death for Houston was huge.
Oh, that worked out for him great.
So, unfortunately for A-Rod, he's diving into the wrong pendant dungeon.
Yeah, and you know, we talked about this scenario pretty early on in the seed, and I said I would probably dip Swamp Palace, so I'd be, you know, in the same spot as A-Rod here, over Meyer.
Yeah. So for A-Rod, he will go to left side of Swamp. If we're going to try to see it from a different angle, we are going to see all of our pendant dungeons today. Pretty crazy. We had Thieves Town having mitts and a sword, and Pendant Meyer got hookshot. So that's 2 required dungeons for our runners.
What a cruel seed.
Cool seed to commentate and watch, not running.
Oh, 100%. All right, so Houston Baba, you know, that Meyer play was huge. Get the not only get the hook shot, but get the tempered sword as well.
Yeah, this is going to go fast. Yes, like overall, go fast now. Already at Lamola, so huge difference when you get a better sword as well.
Yeah, big shout out to these runners today. You know, make sure you give them a follow. This has been just an excellent race to watch. Just the back and forth between both runners has been great.
I want to say this is one of the better races to just commentate and watch, because there's been so many divergencies and different plays just in general, and it's paid out in different ways for them.
Yeah, I haven't got to calm a lot of races, but the races that I've seen and the races that I have got to do commentary for has just been excellent.
I say it here in the league races. You see a lot of crazy moves and crazy gambles. It's always nice to see them. Sometimes it pays off and sometimes it doesn't, but it's always great to see them.
Oh, it's getting a little bumped there by Mordorm. That was strange that he actually got bumped off holding the sword out like that.
Like our runners doesn't have had enough with this seed.
Yeah.
Okay, so A-Rod is going for that Mystery Mire play. Alright, so I get 2 for Hughes and Baba, while A-Rod is opening up Mystery Mire. So that's 1 hit on Aga. 2. It's not a nice pattern he's giving today.
No, these are not nice patterns at all.
Okay, that's a lot better.
Oh, unable to get the double there.
What is wrong with Aga today?
Yeah, you know that feeling when you've been playing the seed for 2 hours and you had to double dip Ganon's tower and Aga's 2 is just not cooperating? That's how Houston Baba's feeling right now. And I've experienced that a couple times myself.
Yeah, it's not a good feeling, and just the word you used, double dipping Jan's tower, it's crazy to just hear, because that's something you don't really need to do. Okay,
Right,
so Baba is going to take care of Ganon.
Yeah, A-Rod gonna get his tempered sword and hookshot here soon.
Ganon is giving us that random cheese information again.
Looks like he's set himself up for a good 1-on-1. Nope, misses the 1-on-1 cycle.
Like, at least gives him a good place to use those spin attacks on.
Yeah, just get out of there now and be good to go. On to phase 3.
Down 3 hearts.
Yeah. Any of those fire bats, I believe the fire bats with red mail will do 2 hearts of damage.
Oops.
Yep.
Okay, he has a fairy in the bottle as well, so it should be okay.
Alright, we did find those silver arrows.
Okay, so Houston Baba is almost done with Ganon. That's 1, and that's 2, and Houston Baba is done with Ganon. Get your GGs in chat for Houston Baba.
Alright, Houston Baba finishes in first place with an official SRL time of 2 hours and 51 seconds.
With a seed like this, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, double dip GT, never fun.
And just a placement and that hook shot on Vitreous, disgusting. Okay, so A-Rod is almost at Vitreous.
Alright, got the tempered sword in hand. And, you know, what stinks for A-Rod as well is not only did they do double dip GT, went all the way to the top.
Yeah. And we are joined by Houston Baba. GG.
GG.
Well, that was fun, right?
I think so.
Have you ever been so happy to die in Ganon's tower?
Yeah, really happy about that. So I thought going up a second time so I can look elsewhere worked out.
So what were you thinking? You know, you're in go mode. You got your seven crystals. You still need that hook shot. What was going through your mind?
Could be everywhere. Thought first I will check GT. After that I decide where I will go. I'm happy that I chose Maya first.
So what did you think? You had your chance to go into Turtle Rock, but you didn't do it. What?
Yeah, that was like the only bad thing I did. I thought about going in there, but I had so much locations open and I didn't have the ice rods. So I thought I get the hints.
Yeah, that was a special Turtle Rock, right? But you have
Yeah.
boots and ice rod in the same dungeon.
That was really fun.
So just overall, what is your thoughts, like, on just how on this seed paid out? It was pretty crazy there for a while, with all those locations.
Yeah. I think the early play to Agina's cave did help me a bit.
Yeah, you were the first one to get that moon pearl, and going into dark world real fast.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I never do this route like this, but because of that much money and because I thought I can connect Minimodom Cave with Agina's cave. That worked out pretty well as well.
Yeah, it paid off really well for you, and then you went into Thieves Town and you got your mitts and Master Sword as well.
Right. No, there wasn't a Master Sword, I think.
Yeah, you got the Master Sword in Blind from Blind.
Alright. But yeah, the early Dark World routing worked out good. So I can't really complain about how I played this seed.
I don't think you can complain at all, because this seed has been throwing you guys everywhere, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about well, your teammate asking you why not go into Turtle Rock when you opened it?
As I said, I thought about it, but I didn't have the ice rod and there were so much open locations
Yeah.
all over worlds, so I thought I'd check elsewhere.
I gotta say it to Houston, I liked your early gamble with Ice Pals before even getting the Fire Rod. I like that play of yours.
Yeah, if I get the chance to do this, I really like to do it. Even with the Master Sword, it was a little bit harder, but I got plenty of potions, so it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, when you went into Ice Pals, that first hint about a unique item on Sick Kid,
Yeah.
what was your thought there for a second?
I really hoped it to wear boots. but it didn't. But yeah, the fire rod wasn't bad at all. Could have gone that earlier and cleared Skullwoods a little bit faster. But wasn't too bad.
No, it paid out for you pretty well, no matter what, because since you already did Ice Palace when you were in... Well, you were technically in go mode without Hookshot, but you got to clear out the Desert Palace and Pod and Eastern.
What's the wood? This was an interesting seed.
I must say I really enjoyed watching you guys playing this seed, because this seed has been one of the most crazier one I've seen for a while.
Yeah, mine for me too.
So that actually wraps up you for this season of the first season for the league. What was your thoughts on the league, and overall, how did you feel about how your team perform, or anything about the league in general?
I really like the idea that you play another mode every week. So that was really fun. And yeah, my teammates did well as well. I don't know if we can get into playoffs, but I don't think so, right?
Yeah, you've actually already been eliminated from the playoffs.
That's what I thought. But yeah, I had fun. Very much fun.
Did you? Was there a certain mode that you enjoyed the most?
Definitely not crossword Kisanity.
Yeah. We are getting a little bit of swagnet from AROD here on Aga 2.
Yeah, I didn't play inverted. I really like the core. That was much fun.
Yeah, co-op was a lot of fun.
AROD is done with Aga 2, is going to take care of his Ganon fight. Alright, so AROD at Ganon, getting his She's information. Let's see how fast he will take care of his fight.
Baba, have you played many seeds where you get to double dip Ganon's Tower that are not entrance seeds?
I think this was like my third or fourth seed where I had to do that.
It doesn't happen often.
Yeah. Played about, I don't know, 100, 150 seeds. So that's not that often.
And we were like, when you took that death in GT and AROD was continuing to climb, we were like holding our breath for last chests, because that could have been huge.
Yeah, it could have been really bad for me if the hookshot really would be up there.
Yeah, if the hookshot was if the hookshot was in either the top of Ganon's Tower or in Swamp Palace, you're behind. You chose right with Meyer, so it ended up working out for you.
Get your GGs in chat for AROD. He had finished off his Ganon fight.
And he finishes with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 12 minutes, and 11 seconds. GG's.
GG's indeed.
I think he'll be joining us here.
Yeah, I think he will be joining any second now. We are joined by A-Rod. GG's.
Thanks.
GG.
GG Houston.
So I have to ask you, what did you think about this seed?
Well, the hook shot was at the last place I wanted to check, and that was all along. I was swamp is a pendant. There's hook shot is going to troll me, so it did.
Yeah, but I gotta say it. I liked the way you took care of GT. You went up and you took the gamble to check the last 3 chests, and you even tried to hover. So
Yeah,
I got a lot of respect for that.
I don't know how to hover. I mean, I know the principle how to do it on the remote, but I never did it. But I was, well, let's give it a try. I'm there.
And you did. And I mean, you could have nailed it maybe, and you would have been over. But what made you pick Swamp Pals before Meyer?
We got flippers really early, and nothing was unlocked except ice that ended up having nothing inside with the flippers. So I was, maybe it was all along in Swamp very early. It could have been there very early because we had the mirror, the flippers, and the hammer very early. So I wanted to check that first.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We debated whether you do Meyer or Swamp, and we couldn't come to a consensus. I chose Swamp, so I would have been there right with you.
And there were more potential items in Swamp than in Meyer, even though we knew that there was nothing in the big chest.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that hint in Swamp Pals, to be honest. You guys were like everywhere in this seed, so it was pretty crazy there for a while.
I think it was a heart container, if I remember correctly.
I think so, actually, yeah. A heart container was maybe yeah, it had to be a heart container, a bottle, maybe.
Anyways, I didn't need it. I wanted my hook shot, so I left.
Actually, you did one thing that really made me think. When you got those boots, you did check that first bunk chest in Hookshot Cave.
Yeah, that was pretty much me forgetting it. And entering Turtle Rock, I was okay. I must not forget to go in Hookshot Cave after I leave, and then I.
There we were like a little bit worried there for a second that you maybe had skipped out, maybe at that time, a bow or hookshot.
Yeah, I was worried as well when I just mirrored out and was, oh, shoot, I forgot. And I said, well, it's too late to go back. Just assume that there's nothing.
What is your like overall thoughts about just this crazy seed in general? Like, you were on Fire Sword for a really long time as well. Getting into GT, you were on Fire Sword.
Yeah, I mean, I prefer to have better swords, but I guess, I mean, the hammer was early on, and escape, so it was not too bad to have only fighter sword.
We do know where you skipped out on one sword at least. So
In Thief's Town.
yeah, it wasn't blind.
Okay. When I found the Titan Myths, I was, oh, there's so many things that are open, I just skip it.
Yeah, I think you saw the hint inside of Thieves Town as well about the green
Yeah.
pendant.
Yeah, green pendant had nothing, so I was, there's only 2 items left. I have at least 2 dungeons that are open. With the myths, I can go do Turtle Rock, and my boots are there. It's going to be faster.
Yeah, I thought there could maybe something on the pet, so I cleared it.
So yeah, do you, Houston and A-Rod, do you guys have any final thoughts about this race in general and about the league so far?
Well, it was really fun playing. I didn't expect to be able to have 2 wins throughout the league, so I'm just happy. And it was a pleasure to play with Houston.
Thanks for me too.
So, Pure Agent, do you have any thoughts about this seed in general, about this race?
Yeah, it was just a really fun race to watch. And, I'm glad I was watching it and not playing it. But you guys put on a really fun race, and just thank you guys for coming on here today and doing the restream. Do you guys plan on playing in season 2?
Yeah, I think about it. As I said, it was really fun that you play other modes every week.
Yeah, we'll see on my and how my scheduling works when season 2 arrives, but we'll see.
Awesome. Well, we should probably wrap it up here. There is another race going on right now on Speed Gaming 2 between Zero Rush and Kyong92. And that actually is going to determine whether or not Framey will do an interview. If we win, gets a first round bye in the playoffs next week. So you definitely want to check that one out. Make sure you follow our runners. A big shout outs to our tracker day. I'm going to say his name wrong. Artigo.
I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm real bad as well.
Yeah. I mean, we pronounced A-Rod all day, and we weren't even going to attempt your name. So that's how good at commentary we are. But Nielsen, Alex, it was a blast to do comms with you. I'm glad we were able to do that today.
Yeah, I'm happy to be able to do it with you here. Jumping in the last second, helping you guys out with doing commentary, and then getting joined by you. It's been a blast doing commentary in this race, and yeah, follow trackers, follow Speed Gaming, and follow racers. That's all for me at least. So good night, and have a pleasant evening.
Yeah, see you all on Speed Gaming 2.